Hey guys, this is Brian again. I'm about 9 hours away from another no baggage challenge. This time I'm going for it's more of a real one. I'm going for 15 days through flying out tomorrow morning from National Airport here in DC, going to Fort Myers, going from Fort Myers, driving up to Orlando, taking off tomorrow, December 30th, driving to Orlando with some friends on December 31st. I'll stay in Orlando for a week. I used to live down there, going to be visiting a lot of old friends. Fly from Orlando on January the 5th. Go from Orlando to Dallas, Texas. Stay there for about 5 days. Fly from Dallas on the 10th up to New York City. Plan on staying in New York City until at least the 13th. May extend that a little bit. There's a real nice bus service, the Bolt bus, that goes from New York City back here to DC. It's about 4 hours, free Wi-Fi on the bus, great deal. But you may be asking me why I'm doing a no baggage challenge like this. Why on earth would anybody, first of all, what is a no baggage challenge? Second of all, why on earth would anybody want to do this? To answer the first question, no baggage challenge is just simply that, traveling with no luggage whatsoever. Kind of the ground rules for what I'm doing. It's not exactly a official Scotty Best No Baggage Challenge. However, Scott Jordan is contributing, donating $100 to Give Kids the World, charity that I'm doing this for. But my ground rules basically are just whatever I am bringing has to fit inside. I have to be able to carry it on inside my Scotty Best carry-on coat or whatever else I have, whatever other clothing I'm wearing. As long as it can fit in, it's fair game. It's fair game to buy things on the road, fair game to borrow, and also fair game to throw away if I want. Hopefully I won't be doing too much of any of that. But the reason I'm doing this is to raise money for Give Kids the World. It's a charity that I used to volunteer with down in Orlando, Florida. It's a charity that's designed to help children, terminally ill children, whose last wish is to see Mickey Mouse, to give them and their families a free 6-day stay in Orlando. They get free airfare. The whole family gets free airfare to Orlando from anywhere in the world. They get a free place to stay, free rental car, free admission to all the parks. The children who are making the wish, they're called Wish Children. They get a special badge that they get to wear for the week with their name on it. And they get, as I said, free admission to all the parks whenever they're in the parks. As long as they have that badge, they don't have to wait in line for any of the rides. The characters like Mickey Mouse, Snow White, etc. will give them extra special treatment. They have Give Kids the World actually has a fairly large, I want to say 160-acre, I may be wrong on the size, but it's a very large facility in Orlando where they have, they call it the Magic Village, where they have small villas, essentially little duplexes that families stay in. They have it's a gated community. They have a mayor of the village, Mayor Clayton. He's a giant bunny rabbit. I used to go around with him for about 5 years. I go around with him every Monday night, doing magic tricks. I dress up like a wizard, do magic tricks for the kids, and help Mayor Clayton tuck the kids into bed. It's just some of the most precious memories I have. I consider it to be by far one of the best things that I have ever done. I miss it tremendously. But Give Kids the World is a fantastic organization. Friends and family are sponsoring me for $1 a day for every day that I travel without any luggage. So far I have raised $415 for this trip. It's not too late if you're interested in contributing and joining in. Please just send me an email. I'll put an email right here. Put my email right here, as well as a link to a blog that I just set up, nobaggagebride.posterous.com. It's a small blog that I have set up to document this journey. But basically how it works is if you are interested in donating money, you simply donate directly to Give Kids the World online at the end of my trip. And just let me know that you're doing that, and I'd love to add you to the total. I'm hoping to raise at least $500 from this trip. I'm getting very, very close. And I just want to say, before I forget, a very huge thank you to everyone who has pledged support so far. I can't tell you how much that means to me. That includes you, Scott Jordan, for the generous $100 donation here. Getting into the stuff I'm bringing. As I said, everything that I'm wearing has to fit pretty much inside the clothing that I'm wearing. What I have is my outerwear is a Scotty Best carry-on coat. It's essentially a trench coat. I won this off of a contest on GearDiary.com. Gear Diary, not Dear Diary. GEAR diary.com. This thing is windproof, waterproof. It's tested it out in snow, tested it out in rain, tested it out in the wind, and so far it's holding up incredibly well. It's a great outer layer. I just layer some things underneath. One of the challenges I have right now is for this trip is I'm flying to Florida, which has been kind of cool recently, but it's going to be getting up into the 70s by the time I get down there. Dallas kind of varies kind of up and down in temperature, and then I'm heading up to New York City where they just had I think 2 feet of snow and a blizzard. So I've got a very big temperature range that I'm trying to dress for. So I'm kind of hedging on a little bit, probably maybe a little bit on the warmer side. I can always wear fewer layers if I want. But getting into it, I've got this SCOTTeVEST carry-on coat, as I mentioned. It's essentially a trench coat with a ton of pockets inside. Underneath that, I've got a SCOTTeVEST sport coat. Just got this. I was a runner-up in the No Baggage Challenge, and you got some credit from SCOTTeVEST, and I decided to use it towards this sport coat. I believe this has 24 pockets. Looks like a very nice sport coat. I'll share some more thoughts on this as I get on the road, just how it's holding up, durability, how I'm using the pockets, that sort of thing. Underneath that, I have a Mountain Hardwear Windstopper fleece vest. I don't know how this looks with the sport coat right now, but as I said, once I get to New York City, I'm going to be primarily concerned with warmth. This is small enough, the vest is thin enough, small enough, light enough that I can roll it up and put it inside the carry-on coat. Underneath that, I'm wearing a couple layers. I have a SCOTTeVEST Q-zip. Underneath the Q-zip, I have an Icebreaker quarter zip. So this actually went to Antarctica with me back in 2005. Very toasty. And then underneath that, I have a Icebreaker t-shirt. I'm testing out, since it's not an official SCOTTeVEST contest, I figured I can contrast some of the SCOTTeVEST gear to some of this other gear, like Icebreaker, Smartwool, that kind of thing. Anyway, so that's kind of my outerwear. I've got SCOTTeVEST hidden cargo pants. Love the SCOTTeVEST brand. It's just been fantastic. And then some Smartwool socks and Echo shoes. That's it for what I'm wearing. Inside my coat, over in this pocket, just go through it real quick. I've got a iPad as well as a Kindle and a small moleskin soft cover notebook. There's a special pocket here for holding a boarding pass. I've got my boarding pass in there. I'll print it out for tomorrow. This also has a waterproof pocket for your 311 bag for TSA. I've got all my toiletries in here. Over here, there's I'm using one of these iPhone pockets to hold some shaving cream and laundry detergent strips. They're kind of like those Listerine breath strips, except for these, when you dissolve them in water, one turns into shaving cream, the other one turns into laundry detergent for washing your socks and undies in the sink. Very, very handy, very compact. Hardly takes up any room in the coat and incredibly lightweight. In my sunglasses compartment, I'm not bringing sunglasses, so instead I'm putting in all my charging cables, iPhone, Kindle, iPad, as well as a camera connector kit for the iPad. And then also a 6-foot extension cord, very handy for staying at friends' places when I want to charge up my stuff. Also, I'll be staying in a hostel in New York, so that's going to be coming in real handy there. In this other pocket here, I have a camera and a charger, a small Canon pocket camera. In my pockets here, I have a pair of gloves, also a nice hat, as well as a neck gaiter for New York City, and then a couple of waterproof gloves in case of snow. And then one nice thing with this trench coat compared to other SCOTTeVEST products is it has this nice big pocket down here for storing clothing. That's part of what's making this trip possible with no bags. Over in this pocket, I have a Ziploc bag that has 2 t-shirts. One's a SCOTTeVEST performance tee, the other is a Smartwool t-shirt, and then a pair of Ex Officio boxers and SCOTTeVEST boxers. And again, I'll be testing these out, comparing how the different brands compare to one another. I also in here have 2 pairs of extra socks. Again, these are Smart Wool socks, dry real fast, very hard to stink up. Over here I have a pair of blue jeans. Normally I wouldn't travel with blue jeans, but they do look pretty nice with the sport coat, and it's something that I think will just is good for this trip. It pairs nicely with all the stuff that I'm wearing. And then last but not least, I have a waterproof baseball cap in case of rain. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, I've just got stuff like my wallet, my iPhone in my pockets. But that's all the stuff I'm taking. Again, my name is Brian Holler. I'm doing this traveling for 15 days without luggage. Friends and family are sponsoring me for $1 a day they're donating that money to Give Kids the World. If you're interested in joining in, please just email me, let me know. We'd love to have your support. I'll be making frequent posts, including photos and videos, just updates on the trip, giving some thoughts of how things are going, what's working, what's not. Just appreciate you watching this video. Appreciate all your support. Thank you very much to Scott Jordan and Scotty Vest for their support, both with the with the stuff that I was able to win through the original No Baggage Challenge, and also their generous donation for the trip. And again, my name is Brian Holler, and I am out of here.